Yes. So when we talk about any of a balance sheet, so for example, like office equipment, whatever value we have, we represent that asset value as in balance sheet under fixed asset. Then we might depreciate the percentage based on whatever percentage we have been given for that particular asset. We depreciate it with those percentage. Then you deduct that value of depreciation, and by deducting the value, then at the end of the year, you get the net book value. And that is the particular book value, or as of year end you get it as the closing balance for that asset. So the GL that we create under asset is a asset GL for the main asset, and also the depreciation GL that you create, this is also actually created as an asset, but these amounts are shown as actually the minus sign. Usually asset side all amounts have a plus sign, but when you talk about the depreciation or bad debt or RDD, so something which we are deducting is actually, see, in short, if you are considering, it need to be considered as a liability because it's a minus sign, but we cannot show it here. So what we do, we show it as a minus amount from asset, and then your that particular value that you give, it get represented from that value, and then in out of it get calculated as the depreciation, but that is a balance sheet GL. So these two GLs we need to create as a balance sheet GL, and whatever depreciation we get, that is shown in your P&L as the just 1 minute. So here it is shown in under depreciation. Wait, 1 minute. See, here it is shown as depreciation, and under depreciation, the percentage, whatever depreciation we have calculated, so it is your expense account, right? So this depreciation, you create it as an expense account. So the asset effect, actually, when we try to calculate the depreciation, the accounting entry that get passed is depreciation account debit to accumulated, and accumulated is the depreciation that you deduct from the asset side. So I know it's very basic, I'm telling you about, but concept wise everything is I hope everyone is clear with this one, right, about the presentation or how under which heading your asset get presented. So when we talk about this to be considered in SAP asset accounting, it deals with the fixed assets of your company, and we have different headings that are created in SAP, like building, furniture, vehicle, computer, and different type of asset that you have. So you create these headings, as well as we need to give the depreciation, then it has some setup need to be done. So it is not simply that you are calculating depreciation. Again, when we calculate the depreciation, it will have a different set of calculation. Like for example, I may have a depreciation that can be created with a straight line method or WDV method. Then whatever number of years you have, so based on that your asset value get depreciated. So considering all these parameters, there are different configurations that we need to do. But as a asset, as a module, actually it was a different module. I mean, when SAP started, it was considered as different module, but later it got included because it's a part of finance or accounting, so it got included in finance. But it is a very crucial module from table or database point of view. It's a very crucial data. So SAP provide us with some standard setup of country specific setup, and with those setup we have to copy the next part of depreciation related setup that we need to do. So we call that as a depreciation area. So depreciation area is nothing but different type of depreciation. Now when I'm saying different type of depreciation, it means, it doesn't mean like straight line or WDV. It is like as per book depreciation, means the books that you represent under Companies Act, for example in India. Tax depreciation, that the books that you represent under Tax of Income Tax Act, that is for your company that you represent. You may have a costing related setup of depreciation GL you want to do. If you have any parallel currency that you have defined, then also you can have a different setup. So such type of setup need to be done when you are doing the configuration. So it is a, basically it is a, mostly it is provided as a standard setup, which itself is enough for the asset to be considered. Okay. So fixed asset deals with the asset accounting of a company. Okay. Asset accounting in SAP is a module that manages and organizes the organization of the fixed asset through their life cycle. So it involves recording. That is, we acquire asset, we calculate the depreciation, you retire the asset, you can sell asset to the customer, or you can do the asset by scrapping the asset, so you can dispose it off. So different type of transactions are available. And for this, now the new ledger that we are having, the new ledger, leading non-leading ledger concept is there. With that, we also have a concept called as new asset accounting. That also I will let you know. Okay, so let us start with the basic part of configuration. So we have to go for the configuration to SPRO, IMG, financial accounting, asset accounting, organizational structure, check country specific setting. Now here we are just going to check like our country and currencies are usually assigned with each other. Sorry, not INR. We have to give country name as IN. It is a so IN is India, and reporting currency for India is INR. If you have a concept called as low value assets, so some assets have a very lesser value that need to be considered. So maximum low value asset that you want to consider for this setup, you can mention that amount here. Okay, so it is dependent if you have a scenario or not. So this is the first step, nothing you have to do. Then now we have a second step, copy reference chart of depreciation. Here we have to copy. Click on copy as button. Okay, here we don't have a specific. Actually, when we try to copy the setup, no, it has a setup of country specific versions provided. I mean, 0 IN or 1 IN. So if it is for Germany, 0D, 1D, like that, SAP provides us with the setup. But here, I think we have to copy it from the existing one only, because there is no any other structure available. So let us see if it allows MADP. So you have to give the name of 4 character. Do you want to transport number ranges for asset master data? Say no. So this is what we have copied. Now let's see. I'm not sure what got copied, but otherwise, when you copy it for India, we get India related book depreciation 15 as a income tax act depreciation, but I don't think it is here. So let's go back. Then specify the description. So we have to specify the description. MADP. So chart of depreciation for MART. Normally we will maintain it as India. Chart of depreciation India, because it is a country specific setup. But here we are mentioning for company code so that we will understand. And then here let's check which got copied. Yes. Now here it got copied in a different way. Okay, so they have provided the standard setup, but we can create our own as well. Okay, so here you can find that it has a book depreciation which got a target ledger as L. 0L should be there actually. For one book depreciation, I want to represent it with the real time data but with 0L. Okay, so we have to change it. So what I will do, see, this is 15 depreciation, which is usually a tax depreciation. So if you copy it from India version, we get 15 as the income tax act related. So we get those depreciation keys and setup also. If it is available, I will show you. If not, but in real time, if you're working for India version, it will be available. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to keep all these with me. Okay, so I will delete or remove them. And first of all, for us to assign this to, see here, you will find that we have to assign the accounting principle, and based on the accounting principle, then system calculate or bring the by default setup of leading ledger. So what used to happen in earlier version, we have only one leading ledger. See, in a earlier version, only one in ECC. I have mentioned it somewhere in ECC. Just give me 1 minute, so I can explain it. Here only, sorry. Can you read it here? Let me explain first what was the change that has happened in old and new asset accounting, why it is called as new asset accounting. In SAP, we have a chart of depreciation. It consists of list of depreciation areas. So we have a country specific sample chart of depreciation usually we get. And then based on that, we try to create it with a setup like country specific version that we copied from. So we get list of depreciation areas. So in ECC, if we have two ledgers, that is one is leading ledger, another one is non-leading ledger, that is IFRS, and in let's say as per Companies Act, then it was not mandatory in earlier old version that your depreciation should have been calculated as the real-time depreciation for both, that is your leading ledger as well as for non-leading ledger. It was not mandatory, but 0L should be the real-time depreciation, which means real-time means the depreciation amount should get posted in the books. That was the rule only in ECC, that is earlier version. But now in SAP S4HANA, when it launched, system has been done in such a way that whatever you create, you need minimum one ledger as a 0L, that is leading ledger. You have to create this 0L as a leading ledger, and for one minimum non-leading ledger, both need minimum one non-leading ledger. See, for leading ledger, we always have a posting of real-time depreciation areas are done. So this is called as area post in real time. But now for one of the non-leading ledger also, it is compulsory or mandatory for you to assign the real-time depreciation area, real-time depreciation. So when we talk about the IFRS, in IFRS also I get a real-time amount posted, which was not a case earlier. And this is called as based on the leading non-leading ledger. This is called as the new asset accounting, which was not a part in our old version. So what we need to do, first of all, before doing this setup, what we have to do, we have to go to the leading and non-leading ledger step. Let me check what was our setup. I don't remember whether we have assigned a parallel currency. For company code, what are the ledgers that we assigned? I don't remember. Let's see. In 0L, we have a company code, MART. Okay, so we have to define here MART, and with this, we have accounting principle. See, MAIN. So for India standard, that is company law, I have given a MAIN as my leading ledger related accounting principle. And for another ledger that we have created for non-leading, what is the non-leading ledger name? Let me check. Is it ML? Yeah, ML is a non-leading IFRS ledger. So for that, which is a currency that, which is a accounting principle that I have assigned, it is MAIF. For MAIF, I need one of the leading non-leading ledger to be assigned with accounting principle MAIF with ML, and leading ledger also need to be assigned. So it get determined. So to determine it for asset accounting, what we have to do, for ML I have MAIF, and for 0L I have MAIN. Okay. So I have checked it now. Now we have to go to the step called as, can you see here? Parallel accounting, define accounting principles. So we have already defined MAIN and MAIF for IFRS and company law. or Indian accounting standards. So we have to assign this. This is the first step, which is compulsory you have to do before asset posting. Assign accounting principle to your accounting principle to target ledger. So for me, new entry, here I'm going to assign MAIN to 0L, that is leading ledger, and MAIF, IFRS to non-leading ledger. So this is called as the So this is compulsory. Both these need to be posted as the real-time entry. That's why we need to assign it compulsory. Okay, so we have to assign it here. And now when I try to copy my chart of depreciation, I'm going to remove all the standard that we have copied because it is not. Okay, so we are here, copy reference chart of depreciation. So we have already copied. Now I'm going in third copy delete depreciation area, and see from here I can use IFRS, but I don't want this to be used. I'm wishing to use my own. So only one I'm keeping as it is. Remaining I'm deleting. For one also I don't want accounting principle LG. LG is copied from the one that depreciation area which was earlier copied. I want my own accounting principle to be assigned. So here I will assign MAIN, and once you enter MAIN, system automatically determines the ledger 0L. So you cannot enter 0L here. It get determined based on accounting principle, and that's what we have done in earlier step just before this config, that we have assigned the accounting principle to the target ledger group. So now it will change to 0L. So for MAIN, my leading ledger will be the main ledger, and it should have a area post in real time. Okay, save it. Okay, and you must create one real time for non-leading ledger. That is, let's say we are giving the numbering as 5. Any number, any name number you can use. So I have to copy. Let's say I will copy it from here. Copy as 1. Here I have given number as 5. It is IFRS depreciation for MART. And here I will assign the accounting principle MAIF, and then it will get assigned with ML ledger. Okay, this also need to be compulsory area post in real time. So are you clear with this setup? 1 and 5, both you got it? Is there any doubt up to this step now, till now? In now MADP, we have 2 depreciation area. One is book depreciation, second one is as per IFRS. And both are real-time posting. You will come to know when I will show you, you will come to know. But have you understood it till now? Is there any doubt? Rajesh clear. Shobha and Lawrence, do you have any doubt? Clear, no? Okay. Now, when we try to talk about these 2 depreciation areas, first let us understand what is the meaning of these options. Area post real time means your depreciation value will get posted real time. That is, depreciation will be calculated and it will be updated with the accounting entry properly. That means area post in real time. Now, when we talk about the area does not post in real time, so it is usually created for the tax related depreciation area 15. Normally for 15, not compulsory 15 number, but 15 is usually your tax depreciation. So the tax depreciation means the income tax related depreciation for India, for example. So for whatever might be as per my company law, the percentage for depreciation of furniture is 10%. But as per Income Tax Act, that percentage may vary to 15%. So I cannot show 15% depreciation in my regular books that I'm going to create as a financial statement. They will get generated based on my company's act rule, right? So you need to create separately the actual postings that you are going to create for the tax purpose, and those need to be shown separately. So for that, then your depreciation will be considered as area does not post. Means in your regular books, the entry of depreciation with 15% should not get posted. It will be reflected in different depreciation area if you check the report. Then area post depreciation only. Usually we have a depreciation area called as 20. So you know now cost element means what? The cost element is a carrier of cost from FI to CO module. So whichever GL you want the amount to be posted from FI to CO, you have to create that particular GL account as a cost element. So if you are creating it as a cost element, then the depreciation is a P&L GL. See, we are having two depreciation GLs, right? One depreciation GL is from P&L. We are discussing about this depreciation as a P&L account GL. This GL you can create as a cost element because it's a P&L GL. But the GL which we have, see, this particular depreciation, accumulated depreciation, which is a GL from asset side, this you cannot create it. I mean, usually we do not prefer to create it as a cost element. So P&L account depreciation. So what you want? Area post depreciation only means you want to calculate the depreciation in P&L account of depreciation GL, and that amount you also wish to transfer from FI to CO module. So what you will do? You will create then that depreciation as a P&L account. You will create that GL as a cost element. And once you create that as a cost element, then the amount will get posted from FI to CO module. So it allow only depreciation amount to be posted. Acquisition value will not get posted because that is not a P&L account. So if such type of depreciation as a P&L you want, then you can create area post depreciation only. Third option. And area post APC immediately. Sorry. Area post APC immediately. APC stands for acquisition and production cost. That is your amount of asset that you purchased. That is your APC cost. So area post APC immediately and depreciation periodically means your depreciation will get posted once it is getting calculated. So what is the option? This fourth option means now the depreciation for both IFRS as well as what we say IFRS as well as your zero leading ledger as well as non-leading ledger, that is as per Companies Act or as per IFRS. For example, for India, both are getting posted in real time, right? But in earlier ECC version, it was not mandatory that for IFRS you have to create a real-time depreciation area. So what used to happen? Such type of posting usually will have a setup of area post APC and depreciation periodically. What used to happen? As it was not mandatory that IFRS should be posting the real-time amount, so what it used to copy the value from 0L ledger, okay, leading ledger. So it will have the same value of depreciation as per IFRS, whatever value is getting posted in 0L. So let us take an example that, let's say, for my company, I have a straight line method, an asset useful life. As per company law, the asset has a useful life of 5 years. As per IFRS, the asset useful life is 4 years. I have an amount of 10,000 which is purchased for asset. So when we purchase the asset in ECC, when we post the acquisition value, its same value used to get copied in 0L from 0L to IFRS also. And when we calculate the depreciation, actually, as it is a straight line method means I will have a same amount of depreciation. So for leading ledger 0L, asset life is 5 years. So every year the depreciation used to get posted 2000. And as per IFRS, as the asset value is 4 years, so it should post the amount of 2500. But in earlier version, it used to copy same value as 0L. So IF also used to get a 2000 rupees of depreciation. But that is not a real amount. As per IFRS, it should be 2500. So this is the difference between 2500 and 500, 2000. So the 500 difference will be posted as a delta depreciation. Delta means the depreciation difference between two different depreciation areas. So we have in ECC, we used to have a separate T code for posting this delta depreciation, and then only for IFRS you need to check both the basic 2000 as well as the delta depreciation. So together it used to create a reporting of IFRS for 2500 rupees. That means area post in, where is that option? Area post immediately, APC, acquisition immediately, and depreciation periodically. That is, once we calculate the depreciation, then separately we used to post this delta depreciation. So it was a case in ECC, old version. But now in HANA, as we have both in real time getting posted, both 0L, that is leading ledger, and IFRS or any other accounting principle. So what happens now? Same amount, that is 2000 and 2500, they are getting posted in real time. Now we do not have a T code, or we need to post a separate entry of IFRS as 2500. IFRS will calculate 2500 and they are represented in different ledger, non-leading ledger, and 0L will represent the amount of 2000 rupees. And that's why it is called as a new GL accounting with new ledger setup. So I hope you are clear with this concept. It's very important from concept understand point of view. It is very important, the meaning of those four options. So I hope you are clear with this, everyone. If you have any query, let me know. Okay, so these are the options. So we have already created 2 depreciation areas in SAP which are getting posted in real time. Okay, so go back. We have already assigned the accounting principle. Now, after this step, we have to assign the chart of depreciation to company code. But this step gives us error. It doesn't allow us directly to do it or do so. Why? MART, I have to assign with chart of depreciation, MADP. So if I try to say what, it give me error. You cannot transfer the value of depreciation area 05 in chart of depreciation. Now, why it is a setup? Because still the setup of data to be copied is same as the 0L, that is system still consider that in 05, that is new depreciation area that you have created as a real-time posting, still it follows the same setup of value as the book depreciation. So book depreciation is called as 01. So what we have to do to solve this error, what we have to do, you have to go to general valuation, then you have to go to depreciation areas, and here we have to give specify transfer of acquisition and production value. Here you need to tell system that if you go here, you find by default that book depreciation as a value 00, but the IFRS is following 01. 01 means it is still following same value as book depreciation, but this as the setup of IFRS is following 01, then it will not be following the real-time value, right? And this is what system doesn't want to happen. So what we are telling system that remove this 01. I mean, we don't want IFRS to follow the same value as 01. So you have to remove 01. And it should by default get 00. 00 means it will have its own independent value. But if you try to type 00, you will never be able to allow it. Your system will never allow it to give it to you. So you do not have to give any value, type any value, click on enter button, and then 00 get posted. And if you have a parallel currency given, I mean, if you have a parallel currency as well, then that parallel currency type you have to assign. So here you will create another depreciation area. For that, you will have a same value followed as book depreciation that you can do. And another depreciation you have to create for the parallel currency that you have created. And another will be having the same setup of IFRS. For that, then you have to give it as per 01 and 05. And then you have to select this identical option. Means for those two, we want system to follow 01 for next new depreciation area of parallel currency. And as per 05, it should be same like that. So then only you will select identical for those two, otherwise not required. Okay, save this. And if you have a foreign currency as a parallel currency defined for your leading, non-leading ledger, then where you have to do the setup, I will just show you here. See, we have to go for currencies option below. And in currencies, you need to define the depreciation area for foreign currency. And if you go for any of the company here, for example, see, if you have a parallel currency, you will find it here in company name. You will find it here in this setup. And here you will go. And then for this, you have to assign that which currency is applicable, right? That is what you have to do. So this is a setup. And then you have to mention, specify the use of parallel currency. And here you have to select the currency type. currency type, whether 30 is your parallel currency, 40 type is parallel currency, and based on that you have to select identical acquisition and production cost and identical terms of depreciation, that is number of useful life should be same for this foreign currency valuation as well. These two options you have to select if you have a foreign currency defined as a parallel currency. Okay, so right now it is not there, so we are not doing, but I have shown you as an option. If it is required, you can